Good afternoon. I'm Rob Teplitz. I have the honor of representing the 15th District, which serves the city of Harrisburg, most of Dauphin County, and all of Perry County. I want to thank the governor for holding this announcement here. For years, the city, state legislators, and others have strongly supported the investment in this project, and I'm pleased that it'll benefit the community and our region. You may remember about a month or so ago, the governor, the mayor, and I were together in another part of Harrisburg announcing a project, and we were asked, what about the neighborhoods? What about Allison Hill? And we said, stay tuned. Well, today we fulfill that promise. And this announcement today is great news for the historic South Allison Hill community and the entire city of Harrisburg. Because when we see development in our communities, when we see investment in our communities, it not only uplifts the families and businesses in that community, but it uplifts our entire city and our entire region. There's a ripple effect that helps our entire area. The MulDer Square project, which will revitalize the South Allison Hill neighborhood, is equally as important as the many other redevelopment projects taking place across Harrisburg. This project builds upon the completed Mulberry Street Bridge project by making streetscape safety and beautification improvements, the construction of commercial retail space, and 50 new high-quality affordable apartments, and the demolition of blighted properties. It is anticipated to create more than 100 jobs. And this is just part of a larger effort to invest in, preserve, maintain, and revitalize a historic community. It will improve the quality of life for those living and working in the community, and it will draw people into the community. Now it's my pleasure to welcome our Governor Tom Wolf and to personally thank him and his administration for their commitment to ensuring that all of our communities have state support in order to grow and thrive. Governor Wolf.
Thank you very much, Senator Teplitz. Have you all noticed that the sun is starting to come out?
Yeah.
Huh? Blue sky. It was raining when I got here. This is I think, an augury of good things to come. And I am proud to announce the investment on the part of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the citizens, all of them, all across Pennsylvania, of $3 million in this project. $3 million. You can applaud if you want. That's a good thing, huh? How about that? I am really proud to do this. This project is going to help us and all of our partners to continue to fulfill the plan laid out by the South Allison Hill Neighborhood Strategy. And there are four things that I want to point out that this $3 million working with the city and with the Allison Hill neighborhood development organizations we are going to do. First thing is we're going to redevelop 15 currently underutilized Harrisburg Redevelopment Authority properties plus one privately owned property and turn that into 50 new high-quality apartments for members, citizens in this neighborhood. That's going to provide much needed modern but also affordable housing. That's the first thing. Second thing is we're going to develop a large commercial and retail space in one of those buildings that, in one of those new apartment buildings that is going to add to the allure of this property, this neighborhood. And in that we're working with the Allison Hill Neighborhood Business Association to make this a better place for business. Third, we're going to enhance public safety by increasing police presence. We're going to have community policing tactics, and we're going to have a substation. I'm saying we, Mayor, this is your place, but this is something that affects all of us. There will be a police substation in this neighborhood. And finally, we're going to make streetscape improvements, upgrading the streets, walkways, trees, stormwater inlets, ADA curbing and traffic signals. This is going to be a much more pedestrian-friendly place than it is now. So we're doing all those things. And this is an investment to make the capital city, Pennsylvania, better, not just for its businesses, not just for those of us who happen to be here for our government jobs, but for the people who live here. And so, as the Senator said at the last announcement down the road, people said, we were asked, what about the neighborhoods? And this is a first response to that because this is really important. This city is the state capital, but it's also a place where a lot of people live, and we want everyone in Harrisburg to love the experience they have when they're here. Now it is my great pleasure to introduce someone who needs no introduction here, and that is the mayor of the city of Harrisburg, a great historian, a businessman who has made his business, set his business up and made it work here in Harrisburg, Eric Pappenfuss. Eric?
Thank you, Governor. Thank you very much. Let me start by thanking Senator Teplitz for his fierce advocacy on behalf of the city of Harrisburg and for Governor Wolf for his leadership. Thank you, Governor. We could not have a greater friend. This administration has worked tirelessly to help bring Harrisburg the concentrated funding it needs, and this is a perfect example. Now, as I was introduced as a historian, I think I should make a nod to the historic watering fountain that is behind us here. This used to be a watering fountain for horses, and as they would make their way over the Mulberry Street Bridge up here into Allison Hill, they would stop and they would gain sustenance from that fountain. And times have changed, cars have replaced horses, the Mulberry Street Bridge has recently been beautifully renovated, and this area here, this plaza here, can return to its former glory as really, truly a community space. That's part of what this RCAP is going to do. This is a neighborhood RCAP, and this is an RCAP which is investing in public infrastructure. Things like new street trees. Look around you. There's some trees, but there are also a lot of dead trees. Imagine new street trees. ADA ramps, making this whole area accessible. It is not currently accessible. Repaving, creating wholly new paved streets like Crescent and Hummel and Sylvan Terrace, which have been neglected for years. Sidewalk improvements. In addition to those general infrastructure things, some of the specific aspects of this project which are really exciting to me is we're going to take Nectarine Street, which is a little alley-like street back in that direction, and we're going to turn that into a green alley. And we're going to work with Capital Region Water to make sure that it turns into not only a place for pedestrian access, but for good stormwater management practices. Another thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this plaza here and we're going to redevelop it into more of a modern piazza. We're going to change this strange intersection of traffic that has people confused as to which way to go. We're going to take the cul-de-sac, which ends in Derry Street and is a real haven for illegal dumping. We're going to eliminate traffic on that. We're going to turn it into a pedestrian walkway. And we're going to turn it into something which connects to the transportation-oriented development that is being planned and envisioned for the train station. Imagine a pedestrian bridge over Cameron Street that would connect here to Allison Hill. And most importantly, anchoring this project is our partnership with the Housing Authority, where we are going to be taking blighted properties like the one right there, tearing them down and turning it into affordable housing for all. And in fact, there are 3 separate areas. There's not only that cluster of abandoned properties to my left, there's another cluster down further down the street, and there's even infill occurring in empty spaces like that over there to my right. I want to thank our partners. I want to thank Sengor Mans. I want to thank the Housing Authority. Part of this RCAP is also going to make sure that we not only have affordable housing, but that we have community space, that we have retail, all of which will benefit the people that live right here in the neighborhood. I want to thank Gary Lenker, who's here. Gary, thank you and all that Tri-County Housing does, demolishing blight, building new homes on Hummel Street, so important. Crystal Baxter is here with the Brethren Housing Association, another one of our partners. They're rehabilitating homes for women's housing and programs, and they're doing new townhouse construction right here. Big thank you to Brian Davis with the Harrisburg Redevelopment Authority, who stands right back there. They're actually the RCAP recipient, and they're the ones who've been involved in the site assembly, working with the Harrisburg Housing Authority, working with Tri-County Housing, and laying the groundwork for this type of positive development. I want to thank Jennifer Whitmire, who's here with Tri-County Community Action. They've been assisting with design work for perhaps this new intersection and new plaza. They've done a lot of work, and they're out to help support some of the retail and commercial development in the neighborhood. I want to thank Gloria Merrick, who's here with LHAC, who's a true community partner, a core nonprofit here in the community that provides much needed services to South Allison Hill residents. And I want to thank DEP. It wasn't too long ago that we stood here and we announced our street lighting conversion project for the whole area. And if you look around, you'll see that the lights have now all been converted to LED lights, and there are new light fixtures that are also planned to these infrastructure improvements. This is truly a community project. It involves all of these partners working together. It involves our local agencies and our local government working with our Commonwealth and the state government to get things done. As the sun shines down on us and breaks through the clouds, I can truly say that this is going to be a bright and better future for this area of Harrisburg, and it's an honor to be here today.